Hey Luigi. Sorry. Hey Luigi. Before you watch this video, I'd like to give a small heads up. Some skills I'm about to show you, you won't find them on your hotbar. Sorry about that, that was confusion on my end. The rest of the hotbar from level 50 up, from level 52 to level 60, you don't get them unless you go through Heaven's Words. Some of them will need you to have done some Heaven's Word missions, story missions, so the quest to unlock those skills get turned on. So right now you're missing quite a bit actually. You already have Wonders Minuet because I noticed you had Pitch Perfect, so at least you did that part of the story it seems. But to get Imperial's Arrow, Iron Jaws, and the Warden's Pea, and if you don't have them yet, try to see what story quests they need and try to complete that one. That is in the end up to your discretion. Alright, thank you. Enjoy the video, and I'm really sorry about the bad audio. I'm kind of recording with my headset, not a gaming headset, so... Like I said, throw in your questions in the comments or in the stream via whisper. Have fun. Hey Luigi, it's me Arona, the guy who's trying to help you get through the basics of Final Fantasy. Well, the basics of bar to be exact. So I'll begin with the hotbar confusion. Yes, you were right, but you have to go to the things you've seen on the video to deal with it, basically. Now, first things first, go to PvE setting. That setting you have for cross hotbar 8 and cross hotbar 8, switch it up a little bit. Instead of going with this one, go with the first one. The first one will show the entire right side or the entire left side. I could be wrong, so you're gonna have to play around with the cross setting as well, okay? Now, switch it from hotbar 8, the first one, to cross hotbar 2 left, and the other one, cross hotbar 2 right. That way, you see what I'm seeing? I'm switching right now to my second hotbar, right side and left side, and look at it. That's my second hotbar. And see? Even when I click it, my hotbar 8 still remains the same. Well, that is some switching with it, but still. Next, always have sprint on your main hotbar. I noticed you removed it. Fine, if you want to remove teleport and return and keep it at hotbar 8, good. But sprint, keep it on your first hotbar, because there will be times where you need sprint on a hurry. Like in the trial when you need to avoid titans pushing you up the edge. Anyway, to edit your hotbar, the one I was trying to show you in the stream, look, I'm holding right now the button to pull out my right side hotbar. Excuse me. You see, between the hotbars, there's a pad button, edit. Or for you, it's a different button because you're on a PC controller. Click it. See? Edit hotbar. You can either do that with a mouse and you can just, you know, drag things around, or for a PC controller, or for me a PS4 controller, what you do is you choose one of your buttons, which in my case I'll choose Heavy Shot. Let's say I don't want it here. I want it to be in the place of my blood letter. So what you do is you click on the Heavy Shot button, click on the blood letter button, and there you have it. Switch. Now to switch to frickin' delete them. Let's say you want to delete everything and reset and put your hotbar all over again from scratch. You click Heavy Shot, you click it again, delete from hotbar. See? And you can just re-put it again from the action and traits. Go to your actions, choose one of them. You'll see it's either going to say execute action or set to hotbar. Set to hotbar, which will put you in the hotbar palette all over again, and you can just put it somewhere. It's that simple. Anyway, So once you do the cross hotbar, you can switch to your hotbar 2, which you will have to add shit to it. I don't know how do you switch to hotbar 2 on your PC controller, but see, test it out and try to do that, yeah? Alright, next on the list is the confusion you have with Bard. First things first, your songs. They don't give TP anymore, they don't give MP anymore. They don't randomly do the old stuff they used to do. They got reworked. They got completely wiped clean and changed into 3 different attacks. Mage's Ballad. It hits for some damage. It'll buff up your party's crit hit chance by 2% for 30 seconds. Of course, you can... the effect is lost if they're not there, like not next to you. As you can see, it says 20 yalms or 20 yards for us normal people. Now, what I want to focus on is the self buff. It's called Repertoire. Repertoire is basically when you crit hit with your Wind Bite and Venom Bite. For Mage's Ballad, it'll give you a self buff which will reset the cooldown for Rain of Death or Bloodletter. Let me show you an example. There we go. See? Bloodletter resets. Ignore that I just did an Imperial Arrow to do it. For now, I'll explain at the end. So that's Mage's Ballad self buff. Army's Paean self buff. It's a different one. It'll give the party a crit hit chance by 2%, but for you, it'll reduce the weapon skill cooldown and recast time of pretty much half the stuff you do. Basically, you'll hit a lot faster when you self buff with Army's Paean. Let me show you. You see those 4 musical notes under Army's Paean? When you get them up, it'll make your cast time for stuff a little faster. Let me show you, I guess, a quick example. Look at our Imperial Arrow, the blue arrow thingy. It'll go down slowly in recast time, basically. But ignoring that for now. The self buff for Wander's Minuet, it's your 3rd song. You have it, but I don't see it on your hotbar, so you should consider adding it in. Wander's Minuet is a DPS kind of buff, which you use mainly for bosses or for when you're hunting alone. As you can see, it has 3 slots instead of 4 like Army's Paean, or no slots like Mage's Ballad. Basically, every time you get a slot, it'll give you a stack for this. Pitch Perfect. Let me show you what it does. Cool, right? Basically, it'll shoot an extra strong attack every time you get a stack. Now, how do you get those self buffs? That's easy. Basically, you see how my Storm Bites and Venom Bites, they're doing damage right now, right? If this damage per second hits a critical, like one of them will be a critical at one point, it'll give you 1 stack for your song. Mage's Ballad will reset cooldown for Bloodletter or Rain of Death. Army's Paean will buff up your DPS speed a little bit. Wander's Minuet will give you 1 of the 3 stacks for Pitch Perfect. So this is the basic explanation of the 3 songs, yes? Now about your AoEing, I notice you're only using Rain of Death. That's not a good thing. Rain of Death is good when the enemies are stacked next to each other in a straight line. Let me show you. See? It hits this strike dummy and the strike dummy next to it, right? But there's a problem with Rain of Death. It's a straight line. Like, it's just like that. See what I mean? Let me show you. Notice something? The other strike dummy wasn't even hit. So it may be a good AoE, but it's not the best AoE. The best AoE is Quick Knock. You need to get closer for Quick Knock, I do admit. So you need to get used to positioning yourself. That way you'll be doing Quick Knock, but you won't get in the tank sway. This is the maximum range. It hits in a cone though, so this one you'll learn as you go, basically. That's for AoE's purpose. Next on the explanation is your debuffs, which is in your case Wind Bite and Venom Bite. You are level 57 less than checked, so if you need, let's say, to reset their timer, but you don't want to go through the hassle of again clicking Wind Bite and Venom Bite, it's a hassle. Or it can be a waste of DPS to just reset their timer like that, right? You use your level 56 skill, which is Iron Jaws. See? It resets the timer. Let me show you. It'll hit for a potency of 100, but if the target is hit with Venom Bite or Wind Bite, or in my case it's a different name, I'll explain at the end, it'll reset the timer for you. So, with a click of a button, you just reset both attacks. Just like that. Good, right? Now, next on the list is Imperial Arrow, or Imperial Arrow, or I don't know how to spell it. It's a burst damage. It's just like Bloodletter. You use it in between your attacks, basically. It hits for extreme damage. Now, how do you use it? Is you can add it in the middle of your attacks whenever possible, or when you have Barrage, use it with Barrage. Because Barrage turns your hit into 3 hits. So you just click Imperial Arrow for 1 strike. It switches that strikes into 3 strikes. That's a lot of damage. Of course, that so-called specific 3 strikes thing, it doesn't work on all your attacks. It works on very specific ones, aka weapon skills, which is Storm Bite, Venom Bite, Heavy Shot, Straight Shot. Basically, read under the name, you'll see Straight Shot under it, weapon skill. See? So that's Imperial Arrow. Next on your list is Warden's Peeing. It's an Asuna. That's basically it. It removes the debuff from you or whoever you aim at. So when you aim it at someone, it'll remove a debuff from them. So you can basically do what usually healers would do. You know what I mean? Of course, it does have its cooldown. It's not like Asuna, you can just recast it in whatever you like. And you can cast it as a shield, because within the next 30 seconds, if I get hit with a debuff, it'll get rid of it, basically. That's how the Asuna of the Bard works, yeah? Next on your list is Sidewinder. Now, Sidewinder, I'll have to be a little specific. Basically, when you're casting, shooting, Wind Bite and Venom Bite, they do a dot damage of 40 per second and 50 per second. So that's basically 90 per second, right? What Sidewinder does, it buffs up the damage that they do. When you have both of them on, it'll switch the potency into almost 260 per second. So together, you're turning Wind Bite and Venom Bite into a destruction. So remember to use it whenever possible, yeah? Last but not least is your Battle Voice Confusion. Battle Voice buffs up the crit hit chance of your party members when you play a song by quite a margin, really. It's basically 15%. Now, Battle Voice cast time is 180 seconds. So I would not recommend. I assure you, it's not good. No wait, sorry. Let me rephrase that. It's not a good idea to use it as much as you can, like the songs. It's good to use it for bosses specifically, or sometimes when you want to clean through a lot of ads. That's basically for Battle Voice. Now, about what you said last time, you were like, you know, I'll keep some for boss. You don't need to. If you don't play through the 3 songs, by the time you return to the first one you started with, you'll have it ready. Because the recast timer between them is so synced that if you play Army's Paean, 30 seconds pass, you play Mage's Ballad, 30 seconds pass, you play Wanderer's Minuet, 30 seconds pass, by the time you come back to Army's Paean, it's already back up. It's that good, you know? Now, last but not least, before I go to my rotation, the one I thought worked for me. Well, it could be the rotation of a lot of players, so don't quote me on that one, sorry. But Raging Strike, Ford Requiem, any of the 3 songs, Altus Wanderers Minuet, Straight Shots, Wind Bite, Venom Bite, Barrages, Imperial Arrows, Bloodletter, and there you have it. Go straight shots to your life's content until you get a straighter shot and shoot straighter shots. The sound effect should have played by now. Go for it. See? And when the timer of the 2 debuffs is about to run out, Iron Down and go again. And Imperial Arrow again and go straight. Or Bloodletter or Rain of Death. That is up to you. Once the sun runs out, Mage's Ballad. Keep going. Battle Voice it if you want. Right now I have no party members, so I won't do anything. Imperial Arrow. Go crazy with the straight shot and all that. See, I'm just casting Bloodletter to my heart's content because it hit a crit hit when it comes to the Windbite and Venom. Now, next on the list, and the last thing I need to explain, is your next level, well, 60 plus traits, which will explain to you why my Venombite and Windbite have a cool looking logo now, and they last for 30 seconds. It's a trait when you hit level 64. It'll turn Venombite and Windbite into Coistic Bite and Storm Bites. The potency will be increased instead of 60 to 120 each, and the potency of the dots per second will go from 40 to 45, from 50 to 55. And this skill is that you get a 62, it'll be your first skill. It'll switch up your song's effects to something new. Mage's Ballad will increase your maximum HP by 15%, so it'll give you extra HP for you and your party. So it's up to you when you use that effect. Army's Paean will reduce damage mitigation for physical attacks, so you can use it for tanks. Wanderer's Minuet is for the magic, so when you know magic damage is coming, you can buff your party's magic. Of course, like Battle Voice, the timer is very long, so use it for the song you think fits the situation, yes? Next is your Nature's Mean. This is your level 66 skill. Basically, you can put it on the tank, you can put it on yourself, you can put it on the other DPS, depending on who needs the healing. It's very situational. For 15 seconds, it'll buff the healing done on whoever you put it on by healing magic by 20%. So for the next 15 seconds, anyone who heals you with healing magic, it'll heal for a little extra. It's a little bit, it's not much, but it's still good in my opinion. You can use it for tank mainly, that's up to you. Last but not least is the level 70 skill. I'll show you how it works. You try to proc your straighter shots. which, as you remember, it's the one where you just spam heavy shot and then you get it. Okay, I just got it. There you go. It's basically a really much stronger version of Imperial Arrow. The only difference, you need to proc it to use it. You can't use it on the fly, you know what I mean? So my last piece of advice for you is, other than use Iron Jaws to reset your debuffs, use Straight Shot to reset its cooldown, because as you see, it was a 30-second cooldown under the songs bar, yeah? And the songs, as I said, keep switching between them. It's that simple. Okay, and with this, other than showing you my hotbar setting, I think I'm ready to finish. Look, this is my right side hotbar 1, my right side hotbar 2. I made it for all melee attacks, including a Trap Endure, which is your level 62 song changing skill. Well, song adding skill to be specific. These are my things I put on hotbar 2. Ignore that emote at the end, I was using it for a levy quest. As you can see, that's my setup for my hotbar. I put buffs and things like songs over here. I put attacks over here, and that's the setup I'm comfortable with. And Pitch Perfect is always next to Wonders Minuet, ready to be used. That way when you get a stack, you can just use it. Okay? So, my explanation wasn't the best, it was basic knowledge, or how I got used to it anyway. Any questions you have, throw them on my comments. Or, when I come to you on stream next time, you can throw in all your questions, I'll answer within the best of my ability. Oh yes, one last info, this fence thing I have, Palisade, is my roll action preference, so I don't need to put it on. That's my, you know, rolls action thingy. Those are the things I chose. I got like 100% support. I didn't go with Invigorate because I got used to using my frickin' bards as good as I can go. And I use Tactician when I need TP. Or when I see that the other DPS is AoEing with me like a madman. So it's a good thing to keep in mind. It's my own strategy though, so you can keep Invigorate. That's still up to you. Alright Luigi, thank you very much. I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you next time on stream, whenever I can. See ya!